I honestly didn't take this hurricane serious at all because, I mean, throughout my life, you know what I mean, my first major hurricane, I was 6 years old, so I wouldn't remember or know anything. That was Gilbert, you know what I mean? So that was a bad hurricane for us. And then fast forward, you know, I wasn't really in Jamaica for some of the bad hurricanes that we got, but they are nothing compared to Melissa. You know what I mean? So I wasn't taking the hurricane serious. You know, I thought it was just going to be like a normal hurricane, like last year. Even though last year was pretty bad because some of those people on that side, they're just recovering from the hurricane, and to get this, you know, to come at them again, you know, is pretty bad. But you know, it was one of those days where you're just going about your business normally, and we're wondering when the lights are going to go off, because that's the first thing normally go off when the hurricane comes. Then maybe the water, maybe a pipe burst somewhere because the roads probably, you know, get damaged. You know, so I was just doing all that, and then I started seeing videos of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Montego. I'm like, what is going on? You know, I mean, it's crazy to see what it did to that side of the island, and Kingston was spared. You know what I mean? So, you know, for me, it was a big shock. And then I started to learn how people are struggling, how people are suffering. And I'm just the type of person, like, I just cannot see I don't like to see people suffer. I don't like to see people struggle. Sometimes I stay away from the streets because I don't want to see the kids on the road begging and all that stuff. So I'm just that type of person.
Okay.
You know, this is something that, you know, I do on a regular, not on this scale, but normally, you know, people in need, you know, sometimes somebody doesn't have a house, I try to help them. Sometimes their roof leaking, I try to help them. So this is something that I always do, you know, personally for me. You know what I mean? So when this happened and I realize and I see everyone, you know, jumping, you know, to assist, you know, I see Sean Paul, Shaggy, you know what I mean, Chris Gale, Shellyan, you know, all these guys, you know, coming together to help Jamaica. But remember, you know, we're from Jamaica. You know, Jamaicans are very proud people. And whenever we're out there, well, myself, when I'm on the track running, and I remember my Jamaican people back home, it gives me an extra boost of energy, because I know when I'm on the track, they feel like they're on the track as well. So these are the people who have supported me through my entire career. So this is the least for me to give back, you know what I mean, to try to reach out to them, to try and support them. So this is the least for me. Okay. Well, honestly, I'm not satisfied, because I know there are kids, there are babies out there who needs the help. You know what I mean? When the adults can kind of survive a bit longer, the babies need the help. So that's going to be my next target, you know, to try and, you know, gather as many things for babies and for adults as well, you know what I mean? Because the adults will need clothing, they need shelter and all that stuff to shelter the babies. So my next target is going to be to try and find a way to reach as many babies, if not all the babies, as possible, to try and assist with feeding, you know what I mean, clothing, you know what I mean. Babies are very delicate, you know what I mean, even when they're just born. You know, you have to wash their bottles, you have to, I'm a father, so I know all of these things, you know what I mean. So babies are very delicate, so that's my next move. And I want to try and touch every parish that is affected. You know, I went to St. Elizabeth. I haven't been to all of St. Elizabeth, but I'm going to try and touch as many as possible. And we actually started a GoFundMe, and it's climbing very fast. People are actually showing a lot of support. So, you know, people are watching this, you can support the GoFundMe and support and help Jamaica as well, you know what I mean? So we're trying our best, trying to build back Jamaica. The government alone cannot do it. You know what I mean? We, the people, we need to, you know, who is in a better position to help, needs to step up and help as well.